friends, and welcome to the midweek video. And man, oh man, is it ever warm here on the Red Island? The last 3 days it's been like in the 30s on the Celsius side. So what is that, like high 90s? Yeah, high 90s on the Fahrenheit side. And this is almost October. Very, very weird for this region for this time of year, but we'll take it. But it's warm, so we're going to cool down with some First Canadian Mojito Chill. That's what we're going to do. Oh yeah. Ooh. Love the scent on this one. Just like a nice mojito. Hence the name Mojito Chill. Using the Spiffo Jackson 26mm High Mountain White Badger. There, we got that right this time. Got the coin here. I don't know if it's right side up or upside down or sideways, but there is a coin here. And we'll get right into it. So, story time for today is not going to be a trucking story. It's going to be more... I think I'm going to talk more about my intro journey into the martial arts. After, I've got 2 classes under my belt now. I just need to wet the tips here a little bit. And I get 2 classes under my belt now, so a few insights of what it's like to get into the martial arts as a person that's almost in their 40s. And I would tell you, it's not easy. It is definitely not easy. Now, maybe if you're fit and flexible, I think it would be a hell of a lot easier. For me, I'm not fit in any way, shape, or form. And I'm about as flexible as a 93-year-old arthritic polio victim. Or polio survivor. That's about how flexible I am. So there's a visual for you. No offense to any 93-year-old arthritic polio survivors. Respect. And but yeah, so it's tough, but it's not impossible. Now, we had a really good class on Monday. So good, I'm still feeling it in my thighs a little bit. My right thigh more than the left. And I'm really feeling it in the tendons in the back of my knees. And so our homework has been to stretch. So I was doing some stretching today. And I mean, it's easy for a lot of my classmates and the instructor, who I'm pretty sure they're all Gumbies. If you guys don't know what Gumby is, Gumby was a kid's toy back in the late 80s, early 90s, where you can stretch them and pose them into impossible positions. Well, that's basically what everybody in the class is like. And then there's me. I know it will get better, and it will get easier as I do more targeted stretching. I really got to get the tendons in the back of my knees, my hamstrings loosened up. Because as you know, Taekwondo is all, or you might not know, Taekwondo is all kicks. It's a kicking-based martial art. There is punches, but the majority of it is kicking. And for proper technique, you have to have your leg straight. You bring depending on the kick, you bring your leg up. You chamber your knee, which means your leg is this is your knee. My knuckles are your knee. This is your leg, and then you flick your kick out from the knee, and then you bring it back to chamber, and then you put your foot back down. I can't quite get my leg extended perfectly straight. I mean, and that's fine. That's gonna come, I'm sure, with lots of hard work. But yeah, totally enjoying it though. It was definitely a great thing to get into. I'm already feeling stronger, and I'm not feeling injured or like overly hurt, which is a plus. I don't want to hurt anything. I don't want to injure or tear anything. I just want to get a good workout in. And this lather's coming together nicely, nice and cold. I love face lathering. Mojito Chill. Just extend that chill, right? This will be the last application of water. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff. Class again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I pay up. So I pay my $90 and then I get my uniform and my crisp new white belt. I'll have to take a picture of it maybe. I'll do a selfie and I'll add it into a video so you guys can all laugh at me in my uniform, but looking forward to it. Looking forward to looking the same as everybody else too. Everybody else is in uniform. And if things go well with our COVID plan, because of course COVID, is affecting things everywhere across the world. Going with the Karve brass today, 4-inch handle, B plate, safety bar, Voscod. Haven't shaved since Sunday, so away we go. But yeah, here in Prince Edward Island, our new normal plan is starting tomorrow because we only have 2 cases of COVID-19 and they're in isolation. So things are going to open up a bit more tomorrow. And for things like sporting events, I think we're allowed up to 24 people. Or that's as many people as the dojang can accommodate with space in between the groups. So I'll be grouped into a little cohort of 4 people. And that'll be based on size and skill level / belt rank. So that should be good. I'm looking forward to that because then I should be paired up with, obviously people around the same skill set as me. And then I think the plan is each individual group, I think, will work on specific things. So, for instance, the other night, we're a class of 11. It was only my second night ever, going to this. There's all different belts there. There's black belts. There's, green, red, yellow, blue. And the kicks we were working on, it was pretty intense. So let me break this one down for you. And I got pretty fumble-footed, but actually I worked on it when I got home that night, and I figured out the footing. And I figured out the footing for the counter back kick too, so I know how to do that now with relative ease. When you bring your knee up like you're going to throw a kick, and you don't throw the kick, you drop that foot to the ground, and as soon as that foot hits the ground, you go into a back kick. Well, I got that figured out now. So there you go. But anyway, so what we were working on the other night, it was a ton of fun. And I can tell you it was a workout. So starting off in the stance we were in, we were starting with your back foot, which was the right foot. So that's the direction we were facing. So you start off, you do a kick, a front kick with your back foot. As soon as you throw that kick, you do a jump front kick with your left foot. As soon as your left foot hits the ground, you go into a back kick. So you spin on that foot that just hit the ground, throw a back kick. As soon as you land that, then you throw a front kick with what's now your front foot and you're facing the other direction. And then a jump kick with your back foot. And then when you land that, you end in the stance you started out in. So you've switched stances twice, and you've thrown 5 kicks in a combo. Well, let me tell you, that was something else. And confusing. I could throw the first 2 kicks fine, and I got good elevation. I got the elevation I needed because you're aiming to kick in the ribs. Or at least for this exercise, that's who you're aiming to kick, is somebody right in the guts. And so I got the elevation. Both kicks would land in the guts. And but then I get confused dropping that front foot to go into the back kick, and then it just all go downhill from there. So I practiced that when I got home and just did it all in slow motion, not actually throwing the kicks, just putting the legs out almost like you're dancing or something. So like throw one leg, bring it back, throw the other leg. As soon as that one hits, spin into a slow motion back kick, land that, then throw the other two legs. And because there is a lot of practice you can do at home. So that's what we were working on. But anyway, the whole moral of the story is that's some pretty kind of complicated shit. It's not like stuff you would learn at the white belt level. That's nowhere really near what you would learn at the white belt level, which I'm fine with. You have to learn it anyway. So because of COVID, I'm actually learning, some more in-depth stuff, and it's going to help build the muscle memory, and it's helping build my balance. So that's good. But by the same token, I would like to, obviously work on the stuff for the next belt as well. Because there's some stuff that I have to get down pat to advance to the next belt. And apparently, they used to test like every month for belts. So, not saying you're going to get your belt every month if you don't test well, but they do test. And like, it's not like, and this place isn't what's called like a McDojo where they're just handing out belts left, right, and crooked. For a person with good athletic ability and who's able to do the curriculum and all the movements correctly, I think it takes 4 years to get a black belt at PEI Taekwondo. So they're definitely not just handing out belts. That seems to be a problem in some places all across North America where martial arts schools are just, you pay your cash and doesn't matter if you do good or not, you'll still get a black belt within a couple of years, but they are not like that here. For instance, I may never get a black belt. That may never happen. I may not be good enough to get a black belt or ever progress good enough. I don't know. I'm going to try as long as my health stays up. But yes, that's just some in-depth, really quick story about what's going on. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the changes. I'm not really losing much weight though. I did lose a bunch and then it kind of came back. So I really got to double down on my eating habits and change how I eat. And really go full circle. I got to dial that in a bit more, I think. And then maybe work. Well, I don't want to work out too much either, because then I'll end up injuring myself. Plus, I only have 21% kidney function, so that means I can't really put a ton of muscle on. I might do a touch up here. I can't really lose a shit ton of weight and put a ton of muscle on all at once, because that will affect my creatinine levels, which is not good. Don't want to do that. So for me, it's kind of a balance. Like my next round of blood work will tell the tale. Make sure I'm not overdoing it in any one aspect, but body-wise, I don't feel I am. Said it's a little bit stiff, but not injured. And I'm fine with being a little bit stiff. I am 39, and pain is just weakness leaving the body, right? Or something like that. So anyway, that's the shave. Really nice shave, nice and cold. As you can see, I didn't react, to the menthol during the shave. Sometimes I do like to play it up a bit too. Is this stuff cold? Yeah, this stuff is cold as hell. But at the end of the day, it's not going to hurt you or anything. I'm gonna go with the matching splash, and this stuff is even colder than the soap, because I know lots of guys have tried the soap and they're like, oh yeah, that stuff's cold. It's definitely cold. Well, this splash is definitely colder. This really brings the chill. It doesn't bring it right away either. So up front with this splash, you just get that beautiful mojito smell, the lime, the booze, the sugar. It's just a nice sweet lime, sugary, boozy scent. And then here, now is where it starts to burn. It's so cold it burns. But I love it. And that burn will stay for about 20 minutes or so. And then it'll just calm down into the nice, beautiful mojito chilled scent. It'll leave the face feeling good. The webs of your fingers in here, they'll tingle for about an hour and a half. It's all good in the hood. But anyways, that's the shave for today. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening to me ramble on about martial arts and things that most people may or may not know about or may not care about. But, you know, it's something I'm really into. Like I said before, I've been wanting to do this for, about 20 years. Never had the time because I was always on the road. I was always gone. So now that I have the time, really, really enjoying it. Feeling a little bit younger. And, yeah, definitely enjoying it and getting ready to kick some ass. So anyway, that's it for today. We will catch you guys on the weekend if I'm not dead after class tomorrow night. And that'll be that. So until then, be safe, be kind to one another. Most importantly, have a great day, eating better shave, and we'll catch you on the weekend. Ciao.